What if I told you that about 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was spinning so fast that a single day lasted only 5 hours, and our planet was basically a molten disco ball hurtling through space? And what if I also told you that during this cosmic rave, something happened that was so monumentally catastrophic that it literally created the moon, but also came dangerously close to destroying our planet entirely? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the most epic celestial collision in Earth's history. And trust me, this story makes every disaster movie look like a gentle love tap. Picture this. You're living on early Earth, except you can't actually live there because everything is made of lava, and the atmosphere is basically toxic soup. The planet is spinning like a figure skater who just discovered energy drinks, completing a full rotation in just 5 hours. There's no moon in the sky, no romantic moonlit walks, and definitely no werewolf movies because, well, no moon to transform under. But our lonely little planet is about to get the most dramatic makeover in solar system history. Enter Theia, a Mars-sized planetary body that scientists have nicknamed after the Greek goddess who gave birth to the moon. Now, Theia wasn't some gentle cosmic visitor dropping by for tea and crumpets. This thing was massive, roughly the size of Mars, and it was barreling toward Earth at speeds that would make a Formula One driver weep with envy. We're talking about a cosmic collision that makes every car crash test dummy grateful. They're just dealing with airbags and not planetary annihilation. The impact happened approximately 4.5 billion years ago, during what scientists call the Hadeanian, which sounds like something out of a heavy metal album, and honestly, it kind of was. The collision was so violent that it makes every action movie explosion look like a birthday candle being blown out. When Theia slammed into Earth, it didn't just create a dent or a crater. Oh no, this impact was so catastrophic that it literally vaporized huge chunks of both planets, sending material flying into space at velocities that would make NASA engineers have nightmares. But here's where things get really wild. This wasn't just any random cosmic fender bender. The angle and speed of the impact were absolutely perfect for creating something extraordinary. If Theia had hit Earth head-on, both planets would have been completely destroyed, turning into cosmic dust and leaving our solar system looking like a planetary demolition zone. If the impact had been too gentle, Theia might have just bounced off like a cosmic basketball, leaving Earth to continue its lonely existence without any lunar companion. Instead, what happened was the most spectacular case of cosmic recycling in the history of the universe. The impact blasted enormous amounts of material from both Earth and Theia into orbit around our planet. Imagine the most dramatic explosion you've ever seen in a movie. Multiply it by about 1 trillion. Add some molten rock and metal flying around at impossible speeds. And you're starting to get the picture. The debris that got launched into space formed a ring around Earth that was so hot and chaotic, it would have made Saturn's rings look like a gentle merry-go-round. This ring of superheated debris didn't just sit there looking pretty. Within a relatively short time, geologically speaking, all this material began to clump together through gravitational attraction. Picture billions of molten rock fragments, each one potentially the size of a mountain or larger, slowly coming together like the universe's most dangerous jigsaw puzzle. The process was violent, with constant collisions and impacts as larger and larger chunks formed. What emerged from this cosmic chaos was our moon, but not the cool, serene celestial body we know today. The newly formed moon was a hellish landscape of molten rock, constantly bombarded by leftover debris from the impact. The surface was covered in what scientists call a magma ocean, which is exactly as terrifying as it sounds. Imagine an entire world covered in lava, glowing red-hot against the darkness of space, slowly cooling and solidifying over millions of years. But here's the truly mind-blowing part about this whole cosmic catastrophe. The impact didn't just create the moon. It fundamentally changed everything about Earth in ways that made life as we know it possible. Before the collision, Earth was spinning much faster, giving us those 5-hour days I mentioned earlier. The impact slowed down our planet's rotation significantly, eventually leading to the 24-hour days we enjoy today. Without this cosmic intervention, Earth would still be spinning like a cosmic tornado, making stable weather patterns and complex life forms virtually impossible. The collision also tilted Earth's axis, giving us the seasonal variations that help regulate our planet's climate. Without this tilt, we wouldn't have spring, summer, fall, and winter. We'd have a much more boring and potentially uninhabitable world where the equator stayed eternally hot and the poles remained permanently frozen. The seasonal changes created by our tilted axis help distribute heat around the planet and create the diverse climatic conditions that allow different forms of life to evolve and thrive. And let's talk about tides, because the moon's gravitational influence on Earth's oceans has been absolutely crucial for the development of life. The tidal pools created by lunar gravity provided the perfect laboratory for early life forms to experiment with existing both in water and on land. These rhythmic changes between wet and dry conditions help drive the evolution of organisms that could survive in multiple environments, eventually leading to life forms that could venture onto dry land permanently. The moon also acts as a cosmic stabilizer for Earth's rotation. Without our lunar companion, our planet would wobble much more dramatically on its axis, leading to extreme climate variations that would make long-term evolution nearly impossible. The moon keeps us steady, preventing our axis from tilting too far in any direction and maintaining the relatively stable conditions that complex life requires. But here's where the story gets really fascinating from a scientific detective perspective. For decades, scientists had theories about how the moon formed, but they couldn't prove them. Some thought the moon was captured by Earth's gravity as it wandered through space like a cosmic hitchhiker. Others believed the moon formed alongside Earth from the same cosmic materials. A few even suggested that Earth somehow spun so fast that it flung off part of itself to create the moon. The breakthrough came when Apollo astronauts brought back moon rocks in the late 1960s and early 1970s. When scientists analyzed these samples, they discovered something remarkable. The moon's composition was almost identical to Earth's mantle, but it was missing the heavy elements that make up Earth's core. This was the smoking gun that proved the giant impact theory. The collision had blasted away material from Earth's outer layers, while leaving the heavy core intact. Even more compelling evidence came from computer simulations that became possible with advancing technology. Scientists could model the collision in incredible detail, showing how a Mars-sized object hitting Earth at just the right angle and speed could create exactly the moon we observe today. These simulations revealed that the impact would have created a disk of debris around Earth that would coalesce into our lunar companion within just a few million years. The implications of this discovery extend far beyond just understanding our own planetary system. The giant impact theory suggests that violent collisions might be a normal part of planetary formation throughout the universe. This means that many planets orbiting other stars might have their own dramatic origin stories involving cosmic catastrophes that shaped their development. Recent research has even suggested that the materials from Theia might still be detectable within Earth's interior. Some scientists believe that large masses of dense material near Earth's core might actually be remnants of Theia that never escaped our planet after the collision. If confirmed, this would mean we're literally walking on top of pieces of another world that sacrificed itself to create our moon. The story becomes even more remarkable when you consider the incredible series of coincidences that had to align perfectly for this to work out in our favor. The collision had to happen at exactly the right time in Earth's formation, when our planet was still molten enough to survive the impact without being completely shattered. Theia had to be exactly the right size and traveling at precisely the correct speed and angle. Any significant variation in these factors would have resulted in either no moon at all or the complete destruction of both planets. So the next time you look up at the moon, remember that you're looking at the product of the most spectacular cosmic collision in our planet's history. That serene, peaceful orb hanging in our night sky is actually a monument to cosmic violence on an unimaginable scale. It's a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful and life-giving things in our universe emerge from the most catastrophic events. The moon that lights up our romantic dinners and inspires countless songs and poems exists because our planet once experienced what was essentially the ultimate cosmic car crash. And somehow, instead of ending in destruction, this collision created the conditions that would eventually allow you to sit here today, watching this video and marveling at the incredible chain of events that led to our existence. It's a story that perfectly captures the beautiful chaos of our universe, where destruction and creation dance together in ways that still leave scientists scratching their heads in wonder. The day Earth almost sailed away into cosmic oblivion instead became the day we gained a companion that would make our world stable enough for life to flourish. Pretty incredible when you think about it, right? The next time someone tells you that Monday mornings are the worst thing in the universe, just remind them that our planet once survived getting hit by something the size of Mars, and we're all still here to complain about alarm clocks.